Breathing, breathing, breathing. Yoga breathing has never been more popular, and as a teacher trainer, it's really exciting for me to see. Unfortunately, the confusion around breathing seems to get worse and worse every year. So I thought I'd make a quick video to explain to you how breathing really works. There's this idea that if you can breathe, you can do yoga. That if you take a nice deep breath, it'll calm you down. Maybe not. There's different kinds of breathing, just like there's different kinds of food. And different stimuli affect your nervous system in a different way. Breath is information, food is information. The type of breath, the type of food affects the information going in. When you look around the internet, you'll find lots and lots of different breathing teachers and breathing coaches out there. And for whatever reason, right now, people are mostly teaching one type of breathing, which is fast breathing, controlled hyperventilation, where you sit in a room and you're doing very quick breathing. We call this in Yoga Body world coffee breathing. There's really three types of breathing that you can do in terms of the effects on your nervous system: water, whiskey, and coffee. As the name suggests, water breathing is a balanced breath. It balances your nervous system. It's good in the morning, it's good at night. If you're feeling up, it's fine, drink a glass of water. If you're feeling down, drink a glass of water. It's nervous system toning, it's balancing, it's self-regulating. Most of us need more water in our life. Most of us need more balanced breath in our life. For balanced breathing, there's a number of different breathing patterns, pranayama patterns, schools and teachers, different things you can do. The key thing is the rate at which you breathe. How fast or how slow you breathe. For water breathing, for that balanced breathing effect, we want to breathe about 4 to 6 breaths per minute, around 4 to 6 breaths per minute, which usually equates to about a 4 count. That's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. If you clock that out over a minute, you usually get around 4 to 6 breaths per minute. This is the core breath training practice that anyone interested in breath should be using. Whether you're an athlete or a meditator or a yoga student, this is the foundation and nobody's looking at it. The reason they're not looking at it is because balance is not sexy. Balance is not fun. Balance is not why people go to coffee shops and bars. We go to coffee shops and bars for coffee and we go for whiskey. But we need to be drinking more water. We need to be breathing more water breath, balanced breath. Let's take a look at the other two. We talked about water breath. What about whiskey breath? Whiskey breath is really interesting, but it puts you to sleep. If you've ever been to a yoga class where the yoga teacher started off the class with you lying on your back and they guided you through some very slow breathing, less than 4 breaths per minute, that's what we call whiskey breath. The rate of breathing is slower than 4 breaths per minute, so 2, 3, 4, 3 breaths per minute. It puts you to sleep. If you've been to these classes and the teacher lays you down, then they get you up and want you to do sun salutes and you feel like you have no energy, they just gave you a shot of whiskey and now they want you to move. It doesn't make sense. Whiskey breath is great as a sleep aid. Whiskey breath is great if you're having an anxiety attack. Whiskey breath is great before a business meeting, but it's not something we should use before exercise, despite the fact that a lot of teachers use it. Water, whiskey, coffee. Now, coffee breath is the one that's really popular right now. You have Wim Hofers out there. You have holotropic breathers out there. You have Kundalini people out there, and they're breathing really fast. How fast is fast? More than 20 breaths per minute. A lot of people are breathing 40, 50, even 60 breaths per minute. Very, very fast. What does this do? Well, it revs up your nervous system. It releases adrenaline. It boosts your immune system in the very short term. It also has some very negative things. It decreases your circulation. The reason you get lightheaded is because you have vasoconstriction. Your brain is not getting enough blood. It's not good or bad, it just depends on the situation. But most people, most of the time, they don't need whiskey, they don't need coffee, they need to focus on balance. And balanced breathing is really at the core. It's great that people are interested in breathing. It's great that people are interested in coffee breathing, but it'd be better if we all focus mostly on water breathing and use whiskey and coffee breath very, very carefully at the appropriate time. In future videos, I'm going to show you exactly how to practice these three: water, whiskey, and coffee. Very simply. You don't need a guru, you don't need to go to some ashram, you don't need to spend any money. It's very simple practices you can learn at home. All of these different brand names, whether it's Wim Hof or Holotropic or Kundalini or Buteyko, all of these are great organizations teaching people about breath, but you don't need a complicated organization. The fundamentals of breath are very, very simple. You can learn them in a few minutes. And this video series will hopefully give you some practical tools and help you learn how to understand how you can manipulate your nervous system in a very, very safe way. This video is brought to you by Health IQ, so please give a big thanks to Health IQ. They're a life insurance agency, and basically they figured out that healthy people like yoga students, like CrossFitters, people who exercise, who run, people who eat healthy foods, they just live longer. It's not a big surprise. If you take care of yourself, you live longer. But until now, all of the life insurance companies, they just charged everybody the same rates. But this is a new company where the actuaries, they crunch the numbers and they realize, hey, these guys live longer, let's charge them less. So usually they can save you 4 to 33% on your life insurance, which is a good deal. And it makes sense. And it makes sense if you're working hard to take care of yourself, there should be some benefits besides just feeling good. So to see if you qualify, go to healthiq.com/yogabody. In the How Did You Hear About Us box, just type in YOGABODY so that they know that you came from us and say thanks. We'll follow up with more videos in the future. If you like these, if you have questions, for more links and resources, scroll down below. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.